After the tropical Asian climate, the Ultra Trail World Tour moved over to the arid region of Cappadocia, right in the heart of Turkey. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with its fairy chimneys, its troglodyte villages, and that distinct, timeless atmosphere. On the cards for this end-of-season race, a 119-kilometer loop featuring 3,700 meters of elevation gain on the high plateaus and the Valley of Cappadocia. This truly is a magical route at some 1,000 meters above sea level. The small village of Ugurp is waking up progressively. The streets are coming to life as the athletes make their way to the start line. The cosmopolitan peloton is 500 strong today, and everyone is getting ready for a long day of exploration and adventure. On these sandy paths that wind through the rocky cathedrals, the athletes really take in the sights and sounds. It is a rolling route which allows the participants to evolve at a decent pace. In the women's contest, Australia's Lou Clifton is almost as fast as the best men at the forefront of the race. The route has incessant ups and downs. It is a string of small uphills and downhills where the peloton can continue running without respite. The repetition of a feature like this over the kilometers certainly makes it a true test of fortitude. In terms of the Ultra Trail World Tour calendar, this Turkish event is without doubt one of the more uncommon events, and certainly one of the more fun ones. The limestone formations do offer an incredible theater of expression for any true ultra trail running practitioner. It certainly is a treat to the senses for all the runners who are avid to take in new scenery and discover new environments all over the world.
Let's bring the house down. Let's bring the house.
My goal, as in time. Look, I think a really good time would be around 14 hours, but I've never run this course, so I'm reluctant to kind of pin myself to a time, but that would be a good goal. but we'll see how we go on the day.
With the absence of some of the world's greatest athletes, the race definitely offered a range of opportunities to some talented outsiders to showcase their ability and give them a platform to shine on. Frenchman Yannick Noel took advantage of that and now leads the way.
Let's bring the house down.
During certain parts of the race, the athletes are back in touch with civilization. They stock up on food and beverage at the aid stations. Here we see our Canadian star Rachel Sklar, who's taking part in her 9th race of the year. She came here to take advantage of the marvelous desert landscapes.
Let's bring the house.
Yannick Noel is a solid leader at 33 years of age. This man, who comes from the Normandy region of France, is certainly upping his international profile. He finished 12th at the TDS and has won several regional trails. For him, as well as for others, he might be able to reveal himself on the Ultra Trail World Tour. In the desert environment of Cappadocia, Noel continues his fantastic demonstration of knowledge and know-how. To be a leader on an ultra trail event means to have the ability to never look back, to never slow down or risk being caught. To keep on moving forward one step at a time is the primary objective, even when fatigue kicks in. On a rolling trail like this one, athletes run non-stop. The absence of steep climbs means everyone has to run consistently without ever walking or stopping. It truly is the one major difficulty of this race. Hour after hour, the pace does not slow down, but the objective stays the same: to keep on moving without stopping. That does become harder and harder. Lou Clifton is still dominating the women's contest. Behind her, Spaniard Teresa Perez is currently enjoying her second place position. As night falls on Cappadocia, Yannick Noel makes it to the end of the 119 kilometers and wins the race in style. He takes it away in 11 hours and 12 minutes. That's an average of some 11 kilometers per hour. 20 minutes adrift from the winner, Belgian Van Lokeren took second. Juan Jose La Rocha completed the podium in third. The 2019 edition of the race was especially open. Lou Clifton won the women's contest in 12 hours and 41 minutes and also finished 5th overall, a sensational achievement. The Australian crossed the finish line, but there are still many athletes out there in the Turkish night. The headlamps are back on in order to find a way through the desert, where you can get a taste of what true silence is all about. The few villages one can find along the trails have an oasis effect on the participants still in the race. The aid stations are a perfect place to resupply, but also warm up and get some comfort, especially as the hours go by. The footsteps get heavier, as do the eyelids. After a quick rest, one has to get back into the swing of things during the night and in the cold. It's all about finding a way to go all the way to the finish line. The Canadian athlete sharing her sense of accomplishment and joy as she crosses the finish line at the break of dawn, almost 12 hours after the winner of the race.
Happy. I think everything went really well. I tried to run the first 63-kilometre course quite fast, which was a bit of a risk because I wasn't quite sure whether I'd be able to maintain that. But yeah, it worked out well, and yeah, had a good day. Just kept pushing, and yeah, really happy with my time.
From Australia to France by way of Belgium and Spain, this event certainly boasts of very international podiums.
C'était une belle course, j'étais venu pour me faire plaisir en même temps que de profiter de la Turquie et ouais, non, super heureux. Mon meilleur moment, c'est quand on est passé au niveau de Gorem où on court dans des passages un peu inédits et à 20 mètres de nous, il y a des montgolfières qui sont en train de s'envoler, c'est juste magique. Et le plus mauvais moment, c'est là où j'étais le moins bien, à courir un peu dans les chemins humides et où c'était moins bien, moins joli.